So navigate to your Azure AI Foundry portal, and from here we'll be going to the deployments page and deploying 3 models, which will be used to fill out the information in the environment file here. So starting first with the recipes AI settings. So we'll go in here, deploy a model, deploy a base model. Typically the recipes model is a model that's more advanced, has a larger context window, and is typically used by the recipes manager, so we'll be good at generating code and generating those recipes. So for today, we'll be going with GPT 4.1. So click on confirm for the deployment type, global standard, and then hit customize so that we can change the content filter. We'll change that to default and then deploy. Okay, once that's deployed, we'll use this the information from this page to fill out the environment file. So if you go back to the environment file, starting with recipes OpenAI API type. So here we can put that in as Azure. And for the API key, we can take this key, copy it over, paste it in there. And then for the API endpoint, go back to the portal page, and then you can take the endpoint here, copy that over. So that's our endpoint. And then for the API version, do the same. We'll get this. And then for the recipes model, that will be the deployment name, which is 4.1. Okay. And then next, we'll deploy the embeddings model. So we'll go back to the deployments page, deploy a base model, and then for this one, type in embeddings, and we'll get the text embeddings at a 002. In our instance, we already have one deployed, so I'll rename this to test. Again, global standard deployment name, and then content filter as default. So deploy that. So for this step, what's the main requirement is really the name, the deployment name of this model. So we'll copy that, go back in here, and then what we're filling out is recipes OpenAI text completion deployment name. So that's text embeddings at a 002 test. And then lastly, we'll be deploying a model for the assistant settings. So go back to our portal, deployment, and then deploy a model. So for this one, we typically choose a model that is smaller, faster with lower latency, and more cost efficient. So for the assistance model, we'll be choosing 4.0 mini. Type that in, confirm, and then similar settings. So global standard for deployment name. We'll go into content filter and set that to default. Then we'll deploy that. And then again, use the same information to fill out the environment file. So go to the environment, assistant settings. We'll be setting this to Azure. For the API key again, you can copy this API key. For the assistance ID, just leave that blank for now, and that'll be filled out in the next step. And then for the base URL, we can use the endpoint. API version. This one is 2024 12.1. And then the model. So this one is the deployment name for Mini, and then the bot name. Here you can give it a custom name and put that in quotes. So you can type this as assistant test. Okay, so for this step, that should complete filling out your assistant settings.